We're memorizing Psalm 107 together, and one of the refrains in it is, "Then they cried to the Lord in their trouble, and he delivered them from all their distress." So just think of that. We own that verse. We cry to him in our trouble. He delivers us from our distress. That's a promise. My name is Dr. Tim Ryan, and I've been practicing medicine for 24 years. My wife, Jonna, and I built my practice from the ground up. We started out in a small storefront office, just Jonna and me, and slowly started adding patients. I now serve somewhere close to 4,000 active patients, both insured and self-pay. I think a big concern that many people have with adopting this system of healthcare is that they're unsure how they'll be able to pay for or handle a catastrophic health crisis. Most people have the means to pay for basic doctor services, but when it comes to something on a much larger scale, say several $1,000s for surgery or a hospitalization, folks are worried they'll be left to try and find a way to pay for that themselves. And this is where I typically recommend CHM. They're designed to be that safety net in case of a health crisis. My wife and I experienced this firsthand when we came up against a crisis of our own.
We'd been members of CHM for quite a few years and had never really needed their services, but not too long ago, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer.
Jonna had cancer July 12th when she was diagnosed and had surgery July 31st. And those next 3 or 4 months are a little bit of a blur to us because it was surgery, recovery from surgery. She had some complications from her surgery and jumps right into chemotherapy, which is no picnic. And that lasted for 18 or 19 or 20 weeks. And since then, Jonna has been doing fantastic. Ran 2.5 miles today. She's working out. Her hair is all coming back. And we're looking forward to her continuing to get better and better and better and back to completely normal. We found ourselves not only as a doctor promoting CHM, but we're also now on the other end of it, having to make use of those resources. And I thought, I guess we'll really see if they do what they say they'll do.
And they really came through. So far, we've had over $180,000 worth of bills and got close to 75% in discounts. CHM shared the rest of the expenses. Even though we've had some issues with our paperwork that complicated things, CHM helped us work through those problems and still got all the expenses paid. We are so happy with their services. A dear friend of mine recently told me, "Fighting cancer is my job. It's the way I am glorifying God right now, because I can glorify him by wanting to be alive and wanting to be healthy and doing everything in my power to do that." He's the great script writer. He writes the story of our lives, and it's often not what we would write. I would never have written this story. But I thank him because I have been able to meet and minister to people that otherwise I never would have, and to let his light shine through me.